Number 4 is asking, how much force is used to pull the shoe? Now let's see. We have our handy dandy Newton meter here, and we can zoom in and see that the big red line, or on your paper, the big black line, is pointing to the 12. So this is exactly 12 newtons. That's simple. Just reading the Newton meter. The line is on the 12, so it takes 12 newtons to pull this shoe. That one, you all are really good at that. You all are really, really good at that. Which is awesome. It's similar to a ruler, right? Now, for number 5, we have to write the place values of the digits. So not what place it's in, but the actual value. So that's what that means. For the 5, this is in the thousands place, right? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So should we write thousands in here? thousands? No, we need to write the value. So how much is this 5 really worth? That's right, it's really worth 5,000. So 5, comma, 1, 2, 3 zeros. 5,000. Next, the 7 is in the hundreds place. So this should be worth 700. So you write 7 and then 2 zeros. That is 700. The 3 is in the tens place, so it's worth 30. Good job. As this is 3, 0, that's 30. And lastly, the 4 is in the ones place. So the 4 is worth 4. It's worth 4. Good job. Now this is called, if we put plus signs, this would be called expanded form. And this is 5,734. That's written in standard form. Good job. That one is something you all are really good at too. All right. Now, number 6. This one is a little bit tougher. It's all about telling time. So let's take a look. Draw the clock hands and write the time. Now here's very important. This is why you have to read carefully. It says, draw the clock hands and write the time. So if you forget to draw your hands, fortunately, you're going to lose points. So make sure you read carefully and check all the parts. Now let's see. I like to say it like this. Our hand is short. So hour is literally the shorter word. So our hand is right here. And let's see. It's in between two numbers. So we look. Is it on the 2 yet? No. So it's still 1. Our hour is still 1. Now, for our minutes, we have to count by 5s. That's right. And I like to use it as a hint. The minute hand is long, and it even gives us a little hint because it crosses out the big number because it's giving you a hint. It's telling you, don't read me, count by 5s. It's telling you, don't read the big number, think about the number that it represents. So let's count by 5s together. We start at 1, say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Good job. The 5 represents 25. And now you know 5 times 5 is 25. So the time it is right now is 1:25. Now the question is asking us, what time was it 40 minutes ago? What time was it 40 minutes ago? Now when it's saying was and ago, those are key words telling us it's in the past. Good job, in the past. And if something's in the past, we have to move back. We shouldn't go up, we have to go back. Now let's think, which one is counting back? 5, 6, 7, or 5, 4, 3? 5, 4, 3 is counting back. And remember, it's talking about minutes, so we need to move our minute hand. So let's move our minute hand backwards until we reach 40. Know that when you're counting on a clock, every time you move from one number to the next, that's 5 minutes. Oopsies. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we stopped. Oopsies. I'm going to do that again in this nice black marker so you can see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Whoa, no. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45. Oh, no, it was supposed to be 40. Okay. That's why we check our work, because it's important that we make sure we know what we're doing. So, 40. We stopped at the 9. Now let's think. What hand did we move? The minute hand. So let's go ahead and put our minute hand on the 9. Let's go ahead and put our minute hand on the 9. Now, did we pass 12? Boop, 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 boop. Yes, we passed it once, and we passed it when we were going backwards. So we need to move our hour backwards 1. Let's see. Backwards 1 from 1 is what? Boop. 12. It's 12. Not 0 here, but 12. So let's go ahead and put our hour hand on 12. If you're accurate for accuracy, it would be close to the 1, like that. Yeah, pretty much like that. 12. And now our minute hand was on the 9. A little bit thicker. So let's count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 40 minutes ago, it was 12:45. Now that's kind of not very neat, Miss Noel. Let's try that again. It should be 12:45. So make sure when you're working on this clock problem, make sure you don't confuse your hour hand and your minute hand. Make sure you move your minute hand. Make sure you draw your hands, and make sure you go in the right direction. And that's a lot of things to remember. It is, but the more you practice, the better you'll be. That's why we do a lot of practice in class. That way, when we get to the test, you all can do it. Okay. Now, remember, it's very important to show your work, or else Miss Chase and I don't know how you got your answer. We don't know if you used a calculator. You have to show your work. Sorry about that. So let's start with subtraction. We always want to check our sign, and this time it tells us to subtract. So let's see, can we do 1 minus 7? No, we can't. So we have to regroup. We borrow 1 from the 5, which makes it 4 now, because we subtracted 1. And we can give that 1 right next door to 11. Well, now to make it 11. Now we can do that. What's 11 minus 7? That's 4. You can always count up from 7 to get to 11. So say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 4 fingers. And now we do 4 minus 3, which is 1, and we bring down our 2. So our difference is 214. That's your difference, 214. Next, let's check what we're doing. Check your sign. We have to add. So let's start with our ones place always. We do 3 plus 9. Let's see what that is. 9 plus 3, or 3 plus 9, is 12. Good job. Again, you can always, what I like to do is put the bigger number in my head, then put the smaller number on my fingers. So say 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be 12. I put my 2 in my ones place, number my 1 right next door to my tens place. Now I add 1 plus 4, which is 5, and 5 plus 5, which is 10. Good job. Put my 0 here and my 1 in my ones place. And then I'm going to add to my hundreds. We do 1 plus 1, which is 2. Good job. So my sum here is 202. Make sure you show your work, or else, again, we don't know how you got your answers. We don't know if you're right or how you got there. Good job. Next, check your sign. We're doing subtraction. So let's see, can we do 0 minus 6? No, we can't. We can't take 6 if you have nothing. So we need to check next door. Let's see, can we do 2 minus 4? No, we can't. So we have to borrow from this 3 right here. So let's do that. This 3 becomes a 2, which makes this 2 right here become 12. Now, let's go back. Can we subtract it now? No, because we still can't do 0 minus 6. So now we need to borrow from this 12. The 12 becomes 11, and the 0 becomes 10. Good job. Now we can do this. I can do 10 minus 6, which gives me 4. And 11 minus 4, well, we did the opposite over here, is 7. And then I bring down my 2. So my difference is 274. 274. that was a little bit tough for you, ask your grown-up to give you some more problems to practice, or you can even make some problems yourself to practice double regrouping like that. Next, let's check our sign. We're adding again. Let's do 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14. What you can do to make that easier is, if you can make a 10, I know that, let me show you how to do that. The 6, I can break it down. If I'm trying to do 8 plus 6, whoa. And I know that I'm trying to figure out 8 plus 6. What I can do is break down this 6 into 2 and 4, and then add 8 plus 2, which gives me 10, and then add that 10 to the 4, which gives me 14. That's called making a 10. If you know how to do that, that's awesome. If that makes it easier for you, that's cool. If that didn't make sense to you, that's perfectly fine. You can just use whatever method works for you. Just showing a different way to get to the answer. Let's move on. From 1, now we go to our tens place. Let's do 1 plus 7, which is 8. 8 plus 4, which is 12. Good job. We write our 2 here and carry our 1 to the next door. Let's do 1 plus 6, which is 7. And 7 plus 1, which is 8. Good job. Ooh. 8 is a little top heavy. So our sum is 824. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you see how your answer should look. Know that you need to show us how you got your answer. That means we need to see that how you regrouped. We need to see how you carried your 1s. We need to see all of that other work that you do just to get to the answer.